So welcome to another episode of Photo Trips and Travel Tips, or Travel Tips and Photo Tricks, whichever you want to watch this video for. It's been a while. I've been busy building a house. If you go to my other YouTube channel, my self-build journey, you can follow me from the last 2 years going through the process of building a brand new house here in Norfolk. And I am in the new vehicle. I am in the Peugeot Partner 2005 diesel van car, or MVP, a motorised vehicle personnel carrier, whatever it is. Picked this up for £1,000 locally because Peugeot Partners and Citroën Berlingo's are the new craze, or the new, maybe it's been around for a while, I don't know, of micro campers. So because they're basically, as you can see in the back there, it's a van format. This has this lovely roof area and roof skylights, but it's, you know, it's got the seats and everything. But what you do is with these is you put in what's called a boot jump. Now, various factories make boot jumps, or you can make your own. There's plans online for them. And you're asking, what the hell is a boot jump? Well, a boot jump is basically a series of a wooden box sort of frame. I'll show you more about it later. Which sits in your boot up to about the level of back seats, and you can put stuff on top. First of all, it opens up into a seating area. So you get an L shape with a tail on it, whatever that is, and a table in the middle. And then that folds the whole way down the boot jump, once the seats are all the way down, into a full double bed. So in a little van like this, a little Peugeot Partner, which is easy to drive around, easy to get around in. I'm driving at the moment about 150 miles to the Peak District. That's what this trip is going to be. It's going to be wet, rainy, stormy Peak District. There is a weather warning, a yellow weather warning, to advise you not to drive today because of the high winds, which you can hear in the van, howling around, and rain and flooding. So I'm going to go wild camping in the Peak District. No one's travelling at this time of year to go camping. Only mad dogs and me. So that's the plan. Oh, there's a grape there. I should have stopped for a cup of tea. Damn it. Too busy talking to the blooming camera. And this is lovely Lincolnshire, which is pretty flat. So, come along with me in the Peugeot Partner, also known as Daisy, for an adventure in the wind and rain and the storms of the Peak District. So here we are, 4 o'clock, and the light is amazing in the Peak District. Just this really sort of warm light. It's 4 o'clock in the evening, and in theory it should be dark, but there's this gorgeous light happening. It's not too wet, even though it looks it. But we're about 7 minutes away from where I'm going to camp the first night, which is in a field by a pub. So it's getting a bit stormy now. The wind is howling across the road here. And it's definitely kind of wet, but it's the wind. It's incredible. It's because we're up in the high peaks now. The sun is just setting over there. So here we are. We've arrived at the place. I'm planning on staying tonight. There's the van. We've got to find somewhere which is not too exposed to the wind. So here we are, the first night in the van. As you can see, I'm watching a little movie with Nan and I, one of the classics. Set up in the seating situation now, which is really nice. A lot of headroom here, feet stretched out. So I'm going to watch a movie until about 7 o'clock, then go down the pub where I booked a table for dinner. Windy, very windy. I've actually parked next to a barn, so the barn is protecting me a lot from the wind. Got a few photographs today. Stopped on the way and got a photograph, as you can see. Shooting in black and white with the Fuji camera at the moment. So I've got a shot here of a basket window, some shots here of a water mill with the water coming underneath. And because it's been raining so much, there's been so much water in the river and everything, there's this great waterfalls everywhere. So tomorrow we're going to search for waterfalls, but not too cold at the moment. As I said, very comfortable in the trailer, or the trailer in the van. I'm going to go back to my movie and go to the pub later, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. So good morning. It is now 6 AM after a really good night's sleep. So this is the van as it looks in sleep mode. So as you can see on each of the windows, you have blackout blinds all the way through to the front, and then you have the full bed here. So that is your sleeping compartment. The plan today is to pack up the van and then drive to the pass. Can't remember the name of the pass, I'll write it down below. Famous pass that takes you through the Peak District. So hopefully be there for sunrise, get some shots at sunrise, and then I can pull over and lay by and then make myself some breakfast, because that's the joy of the van. You just take it with you, and wherever you are you can stop, make yourself some breakfast, chill for a bit, and then move on to the next location. So that's the plan. Pack up bedding in the van to the pass. So the sun is coming up. I'm at Castle Blue John Cavern parking lot, which is near Mamtor, to make myself some breakfast. See what the weather's going to do, because it's raining. The great thing about the van is that you have this cover up here, well, the boot, lift that open, and then you can make yourself some snacks. I'll show you that now. So that's the stove set up. And then from there's my porridge and a cup of tea with honey. I may do 2 of these. I've done enough water hopefully to do 2 of these. So let's see how this is boiling. So the weather is really closing in. So because it's so miserable, because it rained so much last night and the roads are absolutely flooded, I don't think a climb of Mamtor today is a very good idea. But hear the wind. When the gusts pick up, they're about 45 miles an hour. Again, the joy of a van, not a tent. You couldn't tent in this. Well, you could, but it'd be a bloody maniac. And I know for landscape photography you need stormy skies, but at the moment the skies are just grey. If that's the case, then it's definitely going to be drive-by shooting today. I'm shooting with 2 cameras, shooting with the Nikon I've got, my usual Nikon D500, and I've also got the Fuji X-T2, which I love, which is my point and shoot from the hip camera, which I'm shooting black and white on at the moment. Anyway, so that's the plan, if that is a plan, and stick with me. Time for another pot of porridge. Okay, so welcome to Campervan car park. Now remember, this is on a miserable December morning. Can you imagine what it's like in the summer? This is why when I go campervanning, I tend to find a lay-by or use the Just Park app. Mind you, it isn't a bad place to wake up. Really lucky the sun has come out. Trying to find a place to photograph is a nightmare, but I'll show you what I'm seeing. But there's amazing light over there with the sun behind, and you get that lovely mist in the fields over there, and then you've got these trees in the foreground just there. Just see them there in the foreground, that line of trees, which is really. So I'm doing long lens on there, again the 300, to pick out those trees and also get the mist across the fields. I mean, that could be Italy over there. It's absolutely gorgeous. So now we just pulled in to a small lay-by on the road here, because it's just below Brillstein Edge. So we're going to walk up this path, hopefully through the woods. So this is the path up to Brillstein Edge, hopefully. It's a lay-by just off the road. The edge is just up through the trees there. Well, I say just up through the trees there. I have no idea how far it is. So this is what it's all about. I wanted to go up to the face of Brillstein Edge just to see what that looked like. But coming up this path from the road, I saw this wall, saw these trees behind it. The wall was nice, trees behind it was good. But wait till you see this. So I'm going to shoot probably this way, looking at that one, so you get this looking through the pathway, which kind of like mysterious fairy pathway. And then this one here, I'm going to move up a bit So you get the leading line of this wall leading you to that tree. Probably a wide angle to get all that in. So I've just come further up the path. Those shots of the moss and the wall and the trees, by the way, I took a lot of them, so I do a lot of editing when I get home, but there were so many different trees and different walls and different structures, and it was so lovely that in the flat light with the polarizer, it brings out the shadows and the greens and the just the mystery of it. And just ahead of me I see the face of Brillstone Edge, again with the silver birch next to it, so I'll photograph that as well. So this little location here, just below Brillstone Edge, is a classic, and I don't think it's been photographed very much, and this time of year the moss is amazing, so highly recommend it. So I just walked all the way up to the top here, over the top of the path, to get this lovely shot of these birches and these rocks with the moss on in front of the rock face. And I did that in both colour and black and white. So let me know which you prefer, colour or black and white. Comments below, any comments, very appreciated. So now the rain's getting pretty bad. As you saw, I just pulled over to a small parking spot just beyond the gate to the Longshore Estate. Now the reason I want to do that is because when I was driving I noticed a little brook running over the rocks and I wanted to photograph that. I was heading towards Burbage Brook, but that is way out in the open and very touristy. But when I was coming around the corner here, I noticed through the trees here, hopefully there should be a babbling brook. Aha, here it is. I thought I was going crazy. That's what I wanted. I knew there was a waterfall coming through these woods. So what this 2 days, of course, has taught us as landscape photographers is there's no such thing as bad weather for landscape photographers. And we know that, and I know that, and I've been doing this long enough that I should know that. But when it is howling wind and rain, you do worry. But then you've got to find the right spots. You've got to look where places are going to be good. You've got to look where the rain and the wind doesn't matter. Like those lovely walled, moss-covered walls under Brillstone Edge. Or even the white birch trees up against Brillstone Edge. Black and white colour, you got those options. Then when I'm driving towards Burbage Brook, because there's so much rain at the moment, there's a sort of waterfall brook that's been created down through the woods. And the photographs there I got were lovely. I used the Velvia setting on my Fuji, which is great because you can use different film settings, and the Velvia really brings out the colours, really makes them pop. And with a polarizer, the water really becomes crystal and clear. I think I'm going to stop here actually. It's beautiful behind me, but there's a lot of nothing. But the sky is quite gorgeous over there with that road. So I'm going to take a shot of this road here, I think. Before the wind changes again, as the weather changes, I'm going to sign off and say thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. Sorry, just jogger just went past. Thanks for joining me on another adventure with Harry's photo trips and travel tips. With me, Harry Van Gorkum, in the Peak District, going home. See you on the next one. This has been good. Let's finish with a few photographs that I took, a collage of some of the shots I didn't talk about, and just some stuff.